Reed Hastings and Marc Randolph started Netflix 25 years ago with ambitious plans to take over the on-demand streaming business. Despite challenges, they are here still today together as a force to be reckoned with. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, Reed Hastings graduated from Bowdoin College with a bachelor's degree in mathematics. He joined the Peace Corps and taught mathematics in Swaziland for 2 years. Later, he joined Stanford University to pursue a master's in artificial intelligence. Additionally, the Stanford Graduate School of Business named Netflix the 2014 Entrepreneurial Company of the Year. Luckily for you, Fortune Fastlaner, we produced a list of the 8 pieces of advice from Reed Hastings for entrepreneurs like you. Reed Hastings was born an entrepreneur. He originally launched Netflix as the first of his ventures, but it was not the only one he founded. Prior to starting Netflix, he started his career with Pure Software. The company was a tool for software engineers and grew tremendously during its time as a company. In 1995, he sold the company and made $750 million from that sale after its unprecedented success. So, let's go down memory lane as to how he started Netflix. In 1997, Reed Hastings rented a DVD from Blockbuster, which cost him $42 due to overdue rent. When he realized how much the movie rental industry was potentially worth and how dissatisfied most of his friends were with their experiences at Blockbuster, he set out to create his own company. Reed Hastings went out to launch Netflix in 1997 with friend Marc Randolph. Netflix began as a rent-by-mail DVD service that did not charge late fees and allowed you to indulge in watching a movie for almost 30 days. You could opt out at any time, but did require to subscribe up to the point of having a monthly subscription. And in 2004, Blockbuster was just rocking the industry. In fact, Blockbuster owned and operated over 9,000 stores across the United States and employed nearly 6 times that number of people. It was quite a behemoth. Because they had such an influential standing in this space, Reed Hastings actually went to the company Blockbuster in 2000 to offer them a 49% stake in Netflix so that they could become partners. Netflix became the online rental arm of Blockbuster. Unfortunately, Reed Hastings was turned down because Blockbuster didn't think the online model would work out. Reed continued to promote Netflix as the underdog in the retail space with an affordable and efficient plan that was better than Blockbuster. In 2005, Sony Blockbuster saw how efficient Netflix was by having more than 4.5 million subscribers per month and started to take notice. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy due to losses, competition from on-demand streaming services, and debt, while Netflix had grown in size to 16 million users. Netflix's success has led to its ability to produce original television and programming, which has given Reed Hastings an enormous boost in the value of the company. The average market cap for Netflix before the stock split reached $166.8 billion compared to Reed Hastings' net worth, which reached approximately $3.9 billion with his investment in Netflix alone. Reed believes education reforms are necessary in the USA and has signed up for the Giving Pledge, which was created by Bill Gates and Melinda, in order to support charitable causes. He is also passionate about encouraging other people to do so. Now, let's start talking about the 8 pieces of advice an entrepreneur like you can learn from Reed Hastings. Number 1. Learn to be ahead of others in your field. Blockbuster was a major player in the movie rental industry back in 2004. Unfortunately, with the rise of online video streaming services and technologies like streaming, they failed to innovate and remained stuck in their old ways of doing things. With a lack of forward thinking, they remained ensnared by their reliance on cookie-cutter flicks. This was a failed attempt, but the new approach lit a fire under Reed Hastings that led to Netflix winning subscribers at Blockbuster. He had observed emerging technologies and saw more customers were using DVDs instead of VHS tapes. Blockbuster made the mistake of ignoring this fact, but other companies continued to do so. Reed Hastings became aware of a feature in Blockbuster software that allowed users to rent only one movie at a time, unlike Netflix. So he decided to build a rental service around the idea and created the Netflix DVD by mail service. As time passed, DVDs began to be used less and less because the internet became more universally accessible. There were fewer and fewer DVD rentals and more Netflix subscriptions for on-demand streaming services. This is just one more example of what Reed Hastings was always seeing and understanding: the market changing and always trying to stay ahead of it. Innovation should not stop once you get customers. Become well known in space or take over a certain tiny niche market. It is just part of growth, and you should innovate even more as your business grows. Netflix has relied on innovation, marketing, and public relations to help them stay ahead of its competition. Every day there is a story about Netflix in one media outlet or the other. We regularly see PPC, pay-per-click ads from Netflix on websites around the internet and when performing a Google search. YouTube videos often showcase recent content from Netflix. Facebook is full of posts to promote Netflix shows. With more advertising dollars than any other streaming service worldwide, they are staying ahead of the competition on all fronts. To stay ahead of the competition, especially when it comes to startups and businesses, companies need to take a similar mindset to Netflix. For example, competing with other companies in digital marketing today requires utilizing several strategies, such as social media publicity and push towards search rankings. The internet now offers marketers multiple options for generating leads and customers like Facebook ads, Google AdWords, and SEO rankings on a consistent basis. Number 2. You don't have to be a super rich CEO. It's interesting to know that Elon Musk is not the only entrepreneur who can create products that have their own uniqueness. While Steve Jobs is often thought as such, even he was an example of this kind of product genius at Apple. This highlights the different kinds of product geniuses that you can be and those important for a company today. At Netflix, Reed Hastings is the founder and CEO. Even so, he has allowed his team to take on the responsibility of innovating. His strategy over time has heavily favored freedom in the workplace by eliminating bureaucratic processes that have a negative impact on innovation and creativity. This ensures that the company can move on in a cohesive manner no matter what happens to the founder. The use of distributed thinking allows this to occur. The owner of Catapult Lab has also led employees by cutting decision-making authority down to 3 people and allow for creativity to be unleashed through their products. It's not important for founders to have all the skills required to run their company. If you are unable to be your company's master builder, trust your team to achieve their desired goals and delegate the necessary tasks. Number 3. Create few decisions. CEO Reed Hastings reportedly is always one step removed from decision-making with Netflix. That way, he gets to collect his paycheck and enjoys not caring about departmental conflicts. He also has a thorough process for hiring anyone who would like to join his company. He trusts the team to make decisions on their own based on what is best for the company, and he does not jump in as often because of this. As long as his team members are motivated, they will make an impact without needing him to make all of the decisions. If they want to change something in the company, they do not have to wait for his approval. They can accomplish it by doing it themselves. There is a chance that mistakes will be made. However, his philosophy on employee freedom allows Netflix to learn from mistakes and move forward. This insight into methods of leading without micromanaging has allowed Netflix to compete with larger TV companies. As a leader, he maintains that doing less can help expedite progress by having employees more time for decision-making and working independently of one another. Number 4. Culture is critical. The company culture at Netflix is important. The CEO has maintained that there should be no excuse for culture distortion as the company grows big. He has found a way to maintain the culture at Netflix by allowing everyone in the company, from CEOs to customer service representatives, to have a say in how the culture can be shaped better to integrate everyone in the growing company. Netflix is not small employees, but rather one of Silicon Valley's biggest companies. The culture that has long been present at Netflix hasn't changed, which is why the company continues to grow and evolve on a daily basis. Reed Hastings once said, "Make the culture better as you get bigger." As you grow as an entrepreneur, reading a book like Beyond Entrepreneurs or Principles, written by Jim Collins, according to Reed Hastings, is always necessary. It may be difficult to do so, but think of the culture when starting your business as a means for backup and support. With more people cultivating their minds in order to improve themselves and those around them, you have a greater support network than most startups do. Netflix has maintained a culture of opportunity where employees are given much say in how the business is run. They have improved the working environment and have given their employees a choice to work elsewhere without repercussions. It's an important part of their company culture. With benefits like annual leave and being able to bring your own dog to work, they keep their employees happy. They have said no to hiring jerks since they can negatively affect team morale. If you run up a growing startup, try to maintain a culture that pleases your employees. Be a huge startup, not a corporate block. Number 5. Be honest. While at Pure Software, running his first company, Reed Hastings avoided being honest because he felt that it was nice to be kind. However, in hindsight, the growth and management of this company could have been better if he had been more honest when feedback was required from the teams. Now at Netflix, employees follow their own personal rules. The employee who is draining all your energy and isn't contributing in any way should be told, so they are not draining you anymore and they can leave. Even if the person is brilliant and has contributed a ton to Netflix, they will no longer be treated as a valuable asset at Netflix. Performance must be proven or else you will be let go for being non-productive. Number 6. Develop demonstrable values. One of the most impressive things about Reed Hastings' pitch deck while the company is still starting out was that values like efficiency and creativity are commensurate with the decisions made. The 2009 pitch deck by Hastings refuted the ambiguity of not listing values, as it pointed out huge companies demonstrate the exact opposite of what they profess when it comes to living up to these values. For Netflix, these features are upheld in decisions such as who gets paid more or who gets promoted or let go. The study listed 9 behaviors and skills that Netflix would value more from their employees. Just as those values are retained throughout the company, so too is termination for these behaviors. Some of these values were: Number 1. Judgment can be used to make wise decisions and identify root causes. The second step is to understand what the person was trying to do, chunking out the well-to-do and potentially useless ideas in order to easily see what still needs improvement later. Number 2. Communication is the ability to listen well and communicate concisely with people, being respectful to people in spite of their status or disagreements, and remaining calm when there is stress are skills that can help you be successful. Number 3. Develop an impactful culture of action to accomplish amazing professional work. Succeed in consistently strong results so your coworkers rely on you. Achieve results without overanalyzing, nitpicking, or wasting time. Show inclination for doing and avoiding action. Number 4. Curiosity is not satisfied with just learning. It's interested in strategy, markets, customers, and suppliers. Curiosity is knowledgeable about business and technology and knows when to contribute outside of their specialties by drawing from strengths across a variety of topics. Number 5. Innovation. Framing problems in a different meaning. Reframing what is possible and how to find solutions. Challenging established ideas when it's warranted or when new knowledge proves an adjustment. Creating new ideas that solve problems which the company can then use in their work. Number 7. Believe in yourself, even if no one does. Reed has learned firsthand that people can always find reasons to shoot their ideas down. This is especially the case when it comes to the person closest to you. If you rely on friends and family as cheerleaders every time you have a new business idea, then you are going to be very disappointed because people are wired to play devil's advocate before they even gather the energy and devote themselves to being enthusiastic supporters. Being confident in your abilities is crucial for entrepreneurs. This does not imply that you should disregard caution and disregard what others may think of your business idea. Instead, you ought to compare other people's opinions with your own. In spite of what people may say, you should pursue your concept if you think it has promise. In the end, optimism will motivate you to achieve in a way that marketing acumen and technical know-how won't. Number 8. Confide on your staff to take ownership of the business. At his first ever quarterly business review, Rob Caruso, Netflix's new VP of Digital Products, arrived to find Reed giving the company's financials to 400 managers. He was astounded to see Reed in this position. Most business owners would rather have their fingers amputated than disclose to their staff the company's financial records. This is due to the possibility of insider trading. Reed, however, rejects the idea of hiding information from workers. Instead, he is convinced that being honest with your employees makes them feel trusted and motivates them to have a sense of ownership in the business. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel. And if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you on the next one.